Hi everybody, it's Catherine and today is Sunday, January 15th, 2023. It is 7:20 p.m. and as I have consistently done throughout this entire video series, I have taken a bath and let my skin dry down so that everything that you see is kind of sequential. And anyhow, so I am beginning day 11 tonight, and today I was feeling it a little bit more. I don't know if you can tell, but I am most definitely more red. And I'll show you some of the areas that I definitely noticed more. I'm not going to necessarily call them eruptions, but more redness, dryness, discomfort, but not to the extent that by any means I have seen some people have at this point. So I'm not sure if I'm feeling lucky or scared about what's going to come. So as I mentioned yesterday, this area right here, I definitely had been putting the 5-fluorouracil, on this part of my face. But I do believe that through the day, what happens is I can't describe it. It does have a little bit of a slip to it. And so I think throughout the day, it probably drifts a little bit. This is so strange to me because when I look at it up close, and I don't even know if you can see it up close, it really essentially is just a really, really dry patch of skin. I don't really see any spots that I would identify as concerning, but maybe if there's a dermatologist looking at it, he's going to say, oh yeah. But the other thing too is right here around my nose. And I had mentioned yesterday that for whatever reason, my nose was running like crazy. And so all day, I was dabbing it with the tissue, and that just kind of really liquidy, sore feeling that you get when you've had a cold for a long time and you're just constantly using a Kleenex. That's kind of what I think that's all about, combined with whatever 5-fluorouracil was getting dabbed on there as well throughout the day. But this right here, I thought was a scratch. I no longer think it's a scratch. I definitely think that that is something that is getting worked on by the cream. And I did notice more kind of little bumps and whatnot throughout here. So we'll see what, tomorrow brings. Right here is where I had my Mohs reattachment of, this is actually my ear, and some cartilage from my ear. So this right here, I have to be really, really careful of to try and not get any cream on it. But it is red and it's not happy with what's going on. So again, I do think there's some just drift or slippage happening. So getting back to this side of the face though, I just wanted to make sure that you kind of saw, because I don't know what you might experience. And after watching so many different people and their experiences, I mean, it's been really, honestly, really helpful for me to plan, to emotionally prepare, to, have all the product that I felt like I might want to have on hand or that the doctor suggested I should have on hand for when those moments of the scabs and oozing might start. I think the only spots that have been tremendously consistent have been right through here on both eyebrows. The only pain outside of just really feeling dry today, every now and then I would feel almost like somebody was pricking me with a pin. Every now and again. It was just very strange. And the sensation of itching wasn't there unless I felt that pinprick. and then I wanted to just automatically go, so instead of doing that, I just kind of took my finger and rubbed it and went on my merry way, really trying to keep my hands off my face. The other thing too is I mentioned that we live in Colorado, and currently we are just starting essentially our winter. We've had snow throughout December, but it's been a really unusually kind of snowy December, January. The doctor had suggested that this is the best time because there's so much less light and very little heat. So I think that when I'm looking at other YouTubers that have gone through this, I'm not sure what times of year they're going through it, but I see them, in sun clothes and, sitting outside. And, it makes me wonder if they're in an environment where the daily temperatures, the indoor temperatures, could be affecting how fast they're also, having their skin develop with this 5-fluorouracil. In my case, because I was so afraid of doing this, I heeded his warning and did it in winter, and I'm really, really glad that I did. My house generally is on the cooler side. My basement is very cool. So the last 2 days, I've made sure that I've had some little projects to do down in the basement. I had some Christmas reorganization, that kind of thing. So I've been staying in, relatively cooler temperatures. And we currently have a dog rehabilitating from TPLO surgery. So when she's been needing to go outside, I've got my winter coat on, but then I've got my silly little summer hat on, going out to take her out. So I've had no exposure essentially to really any sunlight or anything. So I'm not sure when maybe you're looking at other people, what their environmental situation is. So that's something to keep in mind if your doctor is mentioning to you that, it's something that they would really like you to do. And I, by no means, had any sense of urgency from my doctor that, oh my gosh, you have to do this. It was just something that he suggested. Well, actually, I asked him about it, but he said, I think it would be a really good idea. If it were me, this is when I would recommend doing it. And I just went with it. So just keep that in mind, because if it's, look, skin cancer is bad news, no matter when it is, what it is, and where it is. You need to get it taken care of. But if you've already been going through treatments, with freezing, you've maybe had some scrapes, you've had some punches, whatever the case, it may be something that you could put off until a time that you can have a little more comfort with it. And that's really what I think is kind of prolonging, and not in a bad way, just prolonging my eruption, or what I would consider an eruption on my face, in comparison to some other people. I would love to think that I don't have a bunch of stuff brewing under my skin, and lucky me, and maybe that is the case, but I'm pretty realistic in thinking that there's probably a lot more going on under there that we're just not seeing yet. So I did want to bring that up, and just always go with your doctor's recommendation and advice. But if you do have the option of doing it in the winter when there's less sunlight, when there's less need to be outside, it may be a really good thing. It may make life a lot easier. As far as pain medication, today I did take ibuprofen just to kind of fend off anything that, because I am so much drier than I was yesterday. It's been very manageable. I'm not sure tonight when I sleep. I am going to definitely put on the Aquaphor tonight, even though I don't like that sticky kind of feeling. I'm going to do it as soon as I put on my application of the cream when we're done here. But I'll wait an hour, and then I'll go ahead and put the Aquaphor on. And then the other thing too is, I did want to mention this. I had ordered two 2 packs of the Aquaphor, what is this called? Aquaphor Lip Repair, Repair and Protect lip balm from eBay. And I paid $11, I think it was $11, maybe $12 for 2 packs of these. And last night I woke up in the middle of the night and this right here and this right here were bugging me because they were just so dry and I just wanted to scratch them. So I literally came in the bathroom and I took the extra one that I had upstairs, not the one I use on my lips, but just the extra one. And I rubbed it everywhere that I needed it and even rubbed some on my eyebrows and went back to bed and it was perfect. I wish Aquaphor made this in a like deodorant size stick for these kinds of things. It would be fantastic. So if anybody from Aquaphor is listening, I think you should do it. But if you're gonna do this and you're gonna use Aquaphor in the lip balm, get a couple extras. I mean, it may help you during the day. It may help you right at the middle of the night. Have it right by your bedside. But I thought it was a great substitute for getting up and rubbing a bunch of cream on my face. So once again, rambling like crazy. And, I also did want to mention that if you haven't been watching any dermatologists on YouTube, Dr. Dray, and her last name is spelled D-R-A-Y, is a fantastic dermatologist that really goes through details on skin conditions, hair conditions, products. I mean, really does a good job. I mean, she does vlogs and things like that are, kind of ancillary to what she really brings to the table, which is some great knowledge. I mean, just some great knowledge when it comes to telling you what you should expect from whatever the condition is or whatever the product is. So consider her. And in the meantime, if you like this video, I would appreciate you hitting the like button, subscribe, share, ask questions, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 12. Thanks so much.